Hey guys, what's up? It's Fizzy here, back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. As you can see, I'm rocking the ICR with some heat camo on, some attachments, ELO sight, long barrel, fast mags, rapid fire, and I think one more maybe, I'm not too sure, but I don't really have a purpose to this video. It's mainly just to talk about the new patch notes, and not really notes, but in general just a new patch in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So I'm playing this live commentary. Maybe that's not a too good idea, but you know, playing on evac, we'll see what we can do here. So basically, the new patch introduced a couple of things that people aren't exactly happy about. Not everyone. Some people are, some people are happy about the features, but I am mostly discouraged by them because the stuff they added, I think, is just ridiculous. To start off with, number one thing that people are talking about, I think, is... Oh, kill the teammate there. Number one thing people are talking about is the map lockout. Now that shit, I think, is just pointless and utter balls, because that feature is not needed. It simply is not needed. The way I look at it is that people who vote for Combine, let's just use the example of Combine because it's a map that a lot of people play on, and it was a map that usually got picked over and over again in incredible amounts, and so we're just gonna use that as the example. So basically, how did I not kill that guy? Shot in the head. Using that map as the example, basically, if people want to play on Combine, then they're gonna vote for it, and that's the majority of people. Looking at, like, if I don't know how to put this in normal words. Basically, even back where there wasn't map lockout, you had a free choice, and let's say it was, previous map was Combine, next map was something like, I don't know, Aquarium or Fringe, whatever. And looking at that, and people would still pick Combine after like 10 or 15 games. And what does that mean? Well, that means that people want to play on Combine. They don't want to play on new maps. And after countless matches on Combine, you've got the choice of various maps, because after so many games on one map, all the different maps come up, like Stronghold, Infection. I just got an invitation there from somebody, not really at the right moment, but anyways, going back to what I said, you go through a whole selection of maps, and you get to pick if you want to play on a new one. There's maps like Stronghold, Infection, Redwood, freaking Havoc, all them maps that are in the game, and you end up coming across them at some point along with Combine, and you get to choose. You want to play on Combine, you want to play on the new map, and that's exactly what the kind of choice that people had, and they kept on picking Combine. And what does that mean? Well, that means that people want to play on Combine. So why the hell would Treyarch make goddamn map lockout is just beyond my understanding, because if people wanted to play on Combine all the time, then that means they wanted to play on Combine all the time, not have map lockout. I mean, that is crazy. If there was people that wanted to play on a different map, then they would pick it. I'm sure they would. But the majority always should, in theory, win. That's what I think anyway. I get a 3-piece here. Pretty nice, actually. Oh, baby, another 3-piece on the same 3 dudes, I think. Look at that feed! I couldn't resist myself. Been watching some Merc Music's videos before this, and I had to say it. I'm sorry, but anyways, going back to the topic, as I was saying, majority, in my opinion, should win. It's like that in nearly everything in everyday life, and really majority should always win. But I guess I'm gonna have to get over it, because they're definitely not gonna take map lockout out, since they've put it what am I saying? They put it in, so it's probably going to stay there. But still, I'm just putting my thoughts out there. I know I'm not gonna change much, but if there's people that think like me, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below, and just spread the word around, because maybe, just maybe, we can get Treyarch to revert things back. Although it's very unlikely, but there's some chance, and we gotta take that chance and make the most out of it. But anyway, that's the first thing that I just don't think is good, because the majority should always be able to get their decision, you know. That's what I think. But anyways, next thing is all, I think that's actually the second thing, the only thing. There's like some small things, but mainly all the buffs and nerfs in general. I could talk about them in separate, but I think I'll just, you know, refer to them in general. Basically, just all the nerfs and buffs on the guns. The guns that were already OP got buffs, like the XR2, which was absolutely crazy, got buffs, and I don't exactly know what the hell Treyarch were thinking buffing that gun. They added something like ADS stability, which in my opinion is ridiculous, because when you put grip on that gun, it actually just wrecks. That gun is the most stable gun you could probably ever imagine, and there's literally like no recoil on it. And they added more recoil control and ADS stability, and I don't get that. I generally just don't understand their train of thought. I mean, why would you do such a thing? I just don't get it. But I mean, it's their choice, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do, so that's that, you know, gotta get over it. But there's other guns that they buffed that they shouldn't have buffed, and you know which ones I'm talking about. Argus got a range buff. The what was it called? KRM, there we go. I was thinking of HS10s from Black Ops 1, which I don't know why I thought that, and this mother sucker is camping in that corner. That's so annoying. I wish they could nerf camping somehow, instead of nerfing good, like, usable guns, but they just can't seem to do that. Anyways, what I was talking about, yeah, the shotguns getting buffs, which I think is just absolutely out of the question. And how did this guy not die? I don't know. I got another invitation there, but I'm not gonna take it. But as I was saying, man, I don't get why would you buff guns that were already OP and nerf guns that are absolutely useless. I mean, nowadays, the Pharaoh, for example, that gun is the spawn of Satan in terms of using it. It's unusable. I have a Pharaoh class myself, as I really did enjoy using that weapon previously, but at the moment, that gun is utter shit, and I could just never use it. Occasionally I take it out because sometimes I think that maybe I'm just having a bad day. Maybe the Pharaoh is still good, maybe it's just me, but really it isn't. The Pharaoh got so much nerfs that it's pointless of making a class, even though I have one. But you know, like I was saying, that's just me, and can't change myself. But that's the point basically I'm making. And the perks and stuff, the score streaks getting useless buffs and nerfs. Like recently the Cerberus got a new buff with like some weird shit that I've never even heard of, and I don't know what half of the stuff means, but there's like 5 or 6 buffs on it on the patch notes. And what is the Cerberus doing? I mean, I don't really want to start. Thunder made a separate video on it as well. He's a very big YouTuber. I don't need to introduce him, I think, to you guys, but he made a video on the Cerberus AI, and it was actually just, it got me cracking up right through the middle, because the Cerberus just was circling around and got him, I think it literally got him no kills. That's how bad it was for him. And for me, recently I had that as well, although it got me like 2 kills, I believe it was. I was playing on not Infection, Stronghold, sorry, I always get those 2 maps mixed up. I was playing on Stronghold, called in the Cerberus, and I got 2 kills basically. And most of the time the Cerberus spent basically circling around my spawn, and if it wasn't for me and my teammates, thankfully, who were smart and good enough at the game to flip the spawns and, you know, change the game so that the Cerberus could actually do something, then how did I not kill that guy? Then I literally would have got no kills, and it only got 2 kills because, you know, it was about to run out of use, and just managed to come across 2 people, and it just picked them off. But that's about it. That's literally how bad the Cerberus is nowadays. It got like a health buff, so it takes more to shoot it down, but there's no point of shooting it down. When I hear that the enemies are calling in a Cerberus, I just avoid it, and I don't come close to it, because it's literally that easy to avoid, and it's absolutely crazy. They buff stuff that don't need buffs, and some of the buffs they add onto stuff are useless, and they take away from some things. I don't get it. I mean, I think they should just leave things alone, and, you know, their mindset is that to, you know, to nerf things that are OP, which I guess sometimes has a point, but in this case it doesn't, because if you keep constantly nerfing stuff, then what's the point of having different guns? If you want to make things as balanced as possible, well then there's no way you can make a good game that way. You've gotta make some stuff OP, some stuff shit. It's just how things work, and you can tweak things a little bit, but I mean completely taking things off is, I think in my opinion, stupid. And you know, people can go on and say that what can I say, you know, the people are gonna tell me, oh, you go on so and make a better game than them and put in all the stuff you want. We'll see if your game sells in such high numbers and is so played so widely across the world. But you know, if you're saying that, you really don't understand what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I'm going to leave you guys at this point. Hope you enjoyed my little rant video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below to support basically me in what I'm saying. If you agree with me, make sure to drop a comment down below as well and outline the things that you're annoyed with at this point in Black Ops 3. Because myself, I think if it wasn't for the DLC coming out, and I'm probably going to be getting it soon, I would literally walk away from Black Ops 3 at the moment, because it is just very annoying to play. On that note, thanks again for watching. Have a great day.